Here with Denis Leary, actor and comedian. Denis, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Jeroen Gruels wants to know if you've ever considered going into politics.
No, because, forget it, they wouldn't want me. I mean, the skeletons in the closet thing, forget about that. Even if they waive that rule, you know, just some of the things that, they always go back into your past and try to get stuff that can come back to haunt you. So, I mean, I'm a comedian. Some of the things I've said, and I'm pretty much could guarantee I meant every one of them when I said it. For me, you know, if I was president, I don't think they're going to like my skinny jeans squad. There's going to be a squad. There's going to be people in government vans that are going to drive around and pick up people that shouldn't be wearing certain types of clothing. And that's going to happen a lot. They're just going to take you right off the street. And they're going to put you in these vans and take you to these holding centers. I mean, people want to talk about, you know, the whole lack of civil rights during the Bush administration. I'm sorry. I'm pulling you right off the street, and we're giving you clothes that you're going to be okay. And this is not just fat people. This is like skinny people wearing crazy outfits. We're just going to take you off the street. So that's just the beginning of my programs. It's pretty rebellious and revolutionary. I don't know if the country's ready for it yet. Did I mention free beer? Because that's one of the ways I'd get elected. Free beer for everybody. Just, I'm talking faucets. You can walk down the street and pour. I'm serious. You turn on the thing and you get free beer. Why not? It's America.
Maria Hess in Wilmington, Delaware wants to know how different is Denis Leary, the dad, from Denis Leary, the comic?
Boy, I hope a lot different. It's hard to be funny with your kids, with teenagers, because they may find it funny, but ultimately they just really want what they want. And you're just a human ATM and a chauffeur. And then when they get their license, you're just literally a money machine. And they don't want, you know, you're not cool. Actually, Recount is cool to them because they're both interested in the election. You know, if I work with Martin Scorsese, it would probably be cool to them. If I worked with the guys who did Knocked Up, that would probably be cool to them. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of stuff I do is, they don't care. It's not cool. The Jon Stewart show, The Daily Show, is cool because they watch that. But, like, you know, David Letterman's not cool to them. You know, most of the things I make are not cool to them. They're over Rescue Me. Ice Age is totally uncool. You know, so it's like I have to actually try to convince people to give me swag when I'm at the cool places that they think are cool so that I can get some points that way. Because most of the stuff that I bring home now, they're just like, I don't want any Ice Age stuff. I'm like, right, that's right. You're too old.
I'm curious if you bid on David Ortiz's Red Sox jersey that they dug out of the foundation in Yankee Stadium.
No.
You didn't?
No.
Did you have anything to do with putting it there in the first place?
How dare you? First of all, prove it. That's all I'm going to say. 2 words. Prove it. I'm not saying anything else. I was at work. I have witnesses that I was at work on Rescue Me, and most of those days, then it could have possibly have been planned. And by the way, who says that's the only thing that's there?
Denis, you are the type of guy who women love and men would love to hang out with.
She's obviously a woman of great intelligence.
You
Continue.
You haven't heard the question yet. What's the girliest thing you've ever done?
Girliest thing I've ever done, I'll tell you, is for a British television. I'm amazed that this footage has not shown up, by the way. But there was a show in Britain called Paramount City. One of the sketches that they wrote, because I hosted the show, was me having this nightmare that I was walking out on stage on that show, and I was dressed as a woman. But I was me, but I was dressed as a woman. And the audience, of course, was in shock. But I had to walk out dressed as a woman. I had to come down this big staircase in 6-inch heels, mini skirt, fake tits, the whole 9 yards. And first of all, I'd never dressed up as a woman like that before. It was unbelievably difficult to walk down the stairs. And the other weird thing was, like, I was dressed as a woman. I was backstage. And Sinead O'Connor, they would do 2 shows at once. So, like, Sinead O'Connor and I think David Bowie were both there. And it was a little creepy because I wasn't famous. So Sinead O'Connor was, like, looking at me like, whatever, you're the host of the show. And I was like, no, I'm really a guy. And I'm sure that goes over great when you're dressed like this Amazon woman. You know what I mean? So, and I don't know why that footage has never shown up. That's the girliest thing I ever did, walking down that flight of stairs in those 6-inch heels.
What's the one thing in your life that you would like to do or accomplish, and why?
I would do this, but of course it would be a joke and it would suck. But I'd love to play I'd like to play as a Red Sox player in a Red Sox game. Now, Billy Crystal went to the Yankee Stadium. I went to spring training for the Yankees. Did you see that?
Yeah.
All right. He almost got a hit. And when he did, he's like, what, 63 or something? I was like, you know what? I could get a hit. If this guy, I like Billy Crystal, but he's like 63 years old. He almost got a single. So the first thing I thought, of course, was I can get a single. I can get a double. I could probably get a double. I'm in better shape than half the guys who are playing right now who are half my age. So I think Billy Crystal almost got a single. Come on.
They haven't invited you to Fenway to sing the
I
national
throw out the
anthem
first
or
pitch, but
throw the
nobody
first
ever
pitch?
said, like, hey, you want to throw some cleats on and go play left field? You know, Manny loves to take a break, you know? And I could definitely fill in defensively for, you know, late in the game for, you know, a couple innings out there. If you put me out there with the Red Sox, with the Indian kid, Jacoby Ellsbury, who's really fast, and Coco Crisp, who's also really fast, just put me in center field, put them in left and right. They'll cover me, you know? I guarantee I'll look cooler than Billy Crystal did, and I'll stay out of the way. You know what I mean? I promise. By the way, I'll also steal everything I get my hands on in the clubhouse, which is why they won't let me do it. They know I'll do that.